Hello and welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to create a separate process namespace using the unshare command. The -fp option requests Linux to actually create a separate forked child process, and the -p option will create a separate process namespace. And we wanted to execute the command /bin/bash in the new process namespace. I need to execute this command as a root user, so let's use sudo. Right now we are in the new bash shell, which is the child of the previous bash shell, and it is in a new process namespace. How do we confirm that? For that we need to mount the proc namespace or the procfs at /proc directory. That's where all the process file system is mounted. So if I do ps-ef right now, it will actually read from the current host machines /proc directory, which has the host machines process file system. So if I do -f, it will actually list all the processes running in the host machine. Now if I wanted to read the processes from the new process namespace that we created, I have to mount it somewhere. Right? So what I am going to do is first chroot into our root file system. And I wanted to run shell command in the new rootfs. Okay, right now I am under the new rootfs. I am going to mount the new process namespace under /proc. The command is mount -type process file system. I wanted to mount a process file system that is of type proc, and I wanted to mount it at directory /proc in the new rootfs. So if I do ps-ef right now, it will go and read from this particular /proc, which is the new rootfs /proc. And it will get those processes that belong to this new process namespace. And if you look at it carefully, our /bin/bash that we executed over here has been assigned the process ID 1, because that's the very first process that belonged to this new process namespace. And after that we executed this command, which is the next process, and then we executed our /bin/shell, and then we executed ps-ef, right? That's the next process. So we get our own unique numbering scheme inside the new process namespace. That's the beauty of process namespace. If I move this process to any other machine, it will still continue to get the process ID 1 inside a new process namespace. That's how containers can be moved from one machine to another, because their numbers also get carried along with them, because it's a new process namespace. It's a virtual isolated environment. Now I exit from the shell and go back to the host machine. This is the host machine. If I do ps-ef over here, it is going to read from /proc of the root file system of the host machine. It will read from the host file system. If I do chroot again and do ps-ef, it will list the processes running in the new process file system that we created, right? Isn't this beautiful? This is the contained, isolated virtual environment for these group of processes to run. These processes don't know anything about these processes. Okay? And that's the beauty of Docker containers. And that's how Docker containers give us the isolated virtual environment.